I'm a citizen and I'm trying to adopt my son in Jamaica. Not my son, my nephew.
Right.
You know how long it's gonna take if I do it from here?
Well, let me ask you a question before, I know you have all the good intentions in the world, but if you don't do the adoption properly, you're never going to get your nephew, who will be your future son, here to America. Let me ask you a
Yeah.
few questions, first of all. Where are the parents of this child?
My brother died, and the mother is sick. She has
Okay.
cancer.
So the child's an orphan, correct?
Excuse me?
Child's orphaned, basically.
Yes.
Has no father.
Yes,
The mother
right.
can't support her. Okay. So what you
Right,
need
right.
to do is you don't want to do the adoption in Jamaica. If you do the adoption in Jamaica, you're not going to get the child here. Okay?
Okay.
What needs to be done is two things at the same time. Number one, you have to do a pre-adoption here in America. Pre-adoption means is
Okay.
because you're going to file an immigration paperwork to bring an orphan up to adopt that child here in America. So wherever state
Yeah.
you live in New York State, I assume?
Excuse me?
Where do you live?
I live in New York.
Okay. So you go to the local county court, you file a pre-adoption. Basically, you're asking the judge to do the full adoption short of signing the adoption decree. The judge wants, what immigration wants to know is when you file that orphan petition to bring that child up to America, what the immigration service wants to know is that when that child comes here, that you could actually adopt them. You're not a sex, fiend.
Okay.
You have a clean home. You're decent people, et cetera, et cetera. So basically, you'll have to do, you have social workers come to your house, you get interviewed, background checks, and you submit everything to the judge, and the judge says, you know what? I'm satisfied these are decent people. I'm sure this child will have a nice, loving home, and I will certify that when the child comes up, I will sign an adoption decree. That's basically what the pre-adoption is. While you're doing that, you have to go to where's the child, in Jamaica?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right. So you have to go to the Jamaican Adoption Board in Jamaica, and you have to strip the mother of her parental rights. Basically, the mother can no longer raise this child, and you do that through the help of the Jamaican Adoption Board. Now there's no father. Now there's no mother. Now you can file, and you have the pre-adoption from the judge here in New York. Now you can file an orphan petition to bring the child up to America. If you had gone to Jamaica and just adopted that child without stripping the mother of her rights, that child would not have been considered an orphan. That child would have been considered a straight adoption. And then you would have had to have proven that you've lived in the same household with that child for 2 years. And most of the times that's not the case, and that child would have been stuck in Jamaica. So you have to follow the right procedure. If you're going to need help doing it, call, at least come in for a consultation, okay?
Thank you.
And call
I'll do that.
1-800-522-0804. That's 1-800-522-0804. It's a number that Squeeze set up so that we can identify the people who call from LinkUp and give them special treatment. So 1-800-522-0804.
And that pre-adoption thing would take like less than 2 years?
Oh, the whole thing should take less than a year.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Dad. I'll be there.
Okay.
Okay. No problem. Bye-bye.
All right.